So, last we left off, Bell's Hells, deep inside the moon of Ruidus, into the crux of the main core of its long-hidden civilization, capital city of Cravirus. Here in Vatera Cravirus, the subterranean mass of this metropolis, you have made allies with the Volition, the resistance force that has long fought against the Weave Mind and the Imperium that rules over pretty much all living sentient beings here on the moon. They've been discussing their plans, many of which are all to transpire today. The initial one being a sabotage detonation of their core digging tunnel beneath the glass pillar that marks the center of the city. That distraction setting off multiple other tracks. You have decided to split and be part of 2 of these 4 missions, with the individuals here planning to be part of the Demolition crew alongside Ira Wendigoth, the Nightmare King himself, and this crew on this side being part of a search and rescue mission for a spire operative for the Volition that has gone missing. As you've gathered your materials, you've requested some of the general notes, as well as what other things might be pertinent to Everoa, the individual you're seeking, this Bormoda scientist working among the various engineers. You've gathered your things. You've had invisibility and see invisibility cast on most of you. I'd say at this point, as we go ahead and watch the 2 groups diverge. All right, so we're going to jumping in with the bombing mission.
Oh, you guys are dead!
Let's go!
You're dead!
Let's go!
Oh no!
Come on, Team Bomb!
You find one Ryloran beggar that comes up, himself looking quite destitute, that kind of emerges and puts their hand out, and within, it'd be going straight to you, actually, Fern. You hear in your mind,
please, tools, or anything.
Oh, yes, just a moment.
As you're looking, Ira goes,
Oh.
and just glares at the beggar who
No.
and just darts back off into the shadow. And Ira adjusts.
You don't
Why'd
have
you
to
just
be
get mad at
mean
it?
like that.
What you just get mad at them for?
Act the part.
Is everyone here a dick?
No, but if we're officials, if we're trying to not raise suspicion if you're traveling with me.
All right, dicks.
Well, I'll take
The
out.
dicks today?
And you see a creature that is sleeping. A familiar sight as you see the resting gargantuan form of Gloamglut, the Fey dragon that the Sorrowlord took as their mount.
Just to the moon.
And I can't fly my
Steal it
corgi
right now. Steal it right now.
Steal it! Oh my god, we could steal it.
Take one. It's okay.
We could steal a dragon. You could.
That was my first option. Okay. Sure. Might as well give it a try.
What? Marisha.
Wow. How dare!
This is a children's show.
There you can see there are 4 structures that are currently manned by a mixture of soldiers and miners. And what looks to be a fresh excavation tunnel that's about 30 feet wide and about 20 to 25 feet tall, itself like heavily reinforced in a dome that descends kind of towards the rocky, heavy base before the glass of the central pillar begins to shoot upward. Ira kind of leans into the rest of you and says,
This is the entrance to our target. So, let's do our best to stay close. Talk only when necessary. And if anything goes sideways, creatively find ways to do away with unwanted curiosities.
Team invisibility.
Team Infiltration.
Indeed. Both. Either. Take your pick.
Invisible Infiltration.
Invisiltration.
Infiltration. I squared.
There it is. As you trek away from the separate exit that you were pointed towards, you emerge into a separate part of the city and begin to, at least the direction of the target, and you got a sight of it before you left from the kind of, overwatch position of the safe house kind of crystalline wall. But the trek in getting there is a little bit up to you since this is unfamiliar.
So we're on city streets at this point?
You're
In
on
the Escher?
You're on some part of the street level of where the Escher roads can begin to emerge to join with the Sprawl Grotto.
Prog rock.
Yeah, the prog rock grotto.
Frog Rock Grotto.
I want to go to there. Alan Parsons all day. Hell yeah. Who is leading this search? As you begin to enter, their parts are not as busy, and others are quite busy. And you begin to see. Well, let's go ahead and roll, and I'll tell you what you see along the way.
Because we don't want to.
Oh my god.
Oh no, what'd you get?
Natural 20 for a third.
I got a natural 1
No.
for a natural 1.
Now you have advantage on this because you're invisible.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did roll advantage. Thought I did it wrong. Natural 20.
Oh shit! Okay.
Dang.
Yeah, invisibility gives
Come on,
you
you guys,
advantage
2 more and
on
we win the
stealth
game.
checks, so.
I rolled a 2.
Fuck.
Hey, you did twice as well.
Get out.
I did.
Get out and come back in. Reboot.
That is a 100% improvement.
That is actually. That is. And here the populace begins to be less diverse and more primarily Ryloran. And you begin to see them dressed a little better. You begin to see a sense of adornment and accessorizing that uses a lot of the Rudian glass, that uses a lot of precious metals that are fairly uncommon in the outskirts of the city, as well as a stronger military presence. This area is more heavily patrolled, and definitely there is a noticeable division the further in you go from the people that are closer to the Weave Mind and its vision.
You know, it makes me wonder. If the Rylorans think this highly of themselves, how are they going to do when they're plopped in the middle of Exandria? And they're not top dogs anymore.
Well, they are pretty powerful. At least a lot of them. So, they may be top dogs.
I mean, not a lot of people reading each other's thoughts or able to enter each other's thoughts in Exandria, so...
Speaking of, does it seem like any of the Rylorans that we pass can
Yeah.
sense our thoughts, can sense that something's around that they can't see?
Make an insight check for me.
I also farted, but I just felt bad for Orym.
I was trying to play it off.
I was a 400-year-old one.
Oh, did you see that shitty shit?
I did.
Speaking of the calamity.
The first one was a 2, though. So that would be a 7. We could sneak in, that'd be better.
It's a solid fucking door, too, right? It's
Yeah.
not like...
Correct. I mean, like it has like carving in it, like it has designs. You can't quite make out the specifics of it from a distance,
Right,
but
it's
it's
an important structure.
We're in the middle of the moon. It's not that impressive. How much can they know about doors?
What do you think is the likelihood of somebody coming in and
wisdom.
out soon, though? If someone comes out or goes in soon, then maybe we could just sneak by.
I mean, if we look out and that happens, amazing. If not, then I think we should try to climb the balcony.
Okay.
So maybe
And
we...
did you have a climbing plan of attack?
Well, she's got an immovable rod. We've got some rope. She climbs up, clicks it, we all climb up the side.
there is another mystic across the way. There are a number of well-armored soldiers that kind of surround the perimeter of the inside of this chamber. Over a central table, you see a dark-armored figure.
It's already. It's now. It's begun.
Help, it's begun!
The Sorrowlord Zethuda stands at the table with his helmet off to the side, and he is in the process of conversing with a figure you've never seen before but cannot be ignored. Across the table from him, flanked by 2 Avedon beasts, both of them flank their master, a massive Ryloran Hulk. His entire face is encased in this kind of like pointed black smooth mask, very much like a predator mask sort of vibe. Zethuda looks tiny by comparison. Zethuda still stands at probably a solid 6.5, 7 feet. This Hulk, probably at full height, is about 10 feet or so. What? And is leaning on the table, and they are both what you assumed now to be a very important figure is having a very intense, quiet stare. They're massive in their own right, but even next to him, they're about the size of a large dog. As you all kind of step back, one of them kind of... It seems to be taking a particular interest in your direction.
Oh, God.
Is this a dumb thing to do right now?
Who knows?
Why is it so, it looks so wet.
Oh, no!
Oh, that's disgusting.
Boo!
We're gonna get banned.
Add to it.
Weirdo.
That he smells new meat, and I'm pretty sure that's us.
I don't have any meat on me.
I'm gonna.
No,
I
I
have
think
some
we're the meat. I think
old.
we're the meat. We're the
I
meat.
have some old Griffin.
On you?
I do. It's
In the
my-
hole or in your pocket?
In my. It's in my like normal bag, but not in the whole
Get
bag.
nauseous real fast.
It's really old.
No.
It might be way too old.
I'm gonna say
It
you
was too old.
you
It's
don't
way
you
too
don't
old.
have Griffin in your pocket.
No.
You have a slimy stain
it's
that
pretty
sits at the
gross.
bottom of your
It's
pocket.
pretty gross. Let's be honest.
Well, then I'll do command.
To a creature that you can see within range, indeed, and it can understand your language because you have to speak with animals.
Correct.
What do you command it to do?
Oh boy.
Scram.
Scram's good.
Yeah.
Scram!
Flee.
You just get.
That's a 12.
Oh, thank God.
It suddenly looks up at you, and it leaps out and kind of charges out of the door. And then one of the soldiers who's present is looking at you with a concerned look. You also just
did.
cast a spell
I did. For sure.
without trying to hide it. And as it glances at you, Ira kind of lifts over. Do not worry, you saw nothing.
Yes. Come on, Ira.
And the figure goes
Okay.
and just starts walking a patrol.
Phew.
It makes the Matt Mercer smile.
I really want a scone.
Not the balcony on the furthest left that's closest to the shadow, but the one next to it is unoccupied.
Okay, so I pitter-pat back and then steer them away from the one that has someone above. I can't tell for sure, but this is our best bet.
Was there a balcony in between that one and another?
Was it
I think there were.
that way?
So there's
was
one,
one
and
a
then there's
little
two, and then
lower
there's
than
one in
the
the
other?
middle.
Was it? Okay.
What about above it? Was there?
I only have myself to blame. Oh boy.
Shit. Okay, if we climb as we go up the rope, does it disappear as we climb it?
We're
Are
gonna
you
find out.
collecting
get
it as you?
close-
Whoever's collecting
Whoever's
it on the
last
bottom.
would be collecting it.
We can certainly give it a shot.
Yeah, I'll go second, so if I fall, you'll catch me, right?
Me?
You're invisible. You're invisible.
They'll still see me.
Oh, that's right.
I'll catch you.
Okay. You won't. Okay. You won't see me if I fall, Chet. You motherfucker.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I'll
I
do
got
my
you.
best, but I'm
Crack.
your size.
17.
17. You don't smell anyone here, but there is a unique smell coming from the small satchel of materials that you were given when you left the safe house.
Open up the satchel.
As soon as you open it up, there's a burst of movement, and something leaps and skitters out.
Oh my God, it's the thing.
You see,
It's her.
It's her, Seda.
you see a small, thin Saita, and as it kind of closes,
Oh my gosh, have you been in here the whole time? I'm so sorry.
Took you long enough. My name is Gona.
Gona.
When was the last time you saw Everoa?
When they took her beneath the bay.
Do you know the way?
Yes.
Great.
You two are connected, aren't you?
Would you be able to sense her if you were close?
She's still alive.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'll finish transforming into a sexy ass wolf,
A sexy ass.
and then I'll cast invisibility, or I will activate the monocle.
you do hear footsteps coming.
Oh shit! Okay, fourth level.
Toys make the world go round. And I'll reach into my my little pouch, and I'll take out 2 toys that I have worked on. One is a little wooden wolf that hinges at the waist, and when you set it down, it creates a little bit of movement. And another one is a spiral stick with a carve going along the side of it that's got wooden marbles that spin in it. And I will, like fucking Batman, just throw them both on the floor in front of both of the giants.
What's the DC on this?
15 wisdom saving throw.
15 wisdom saving throw.
It's
a natural 9.
Kind of like a coin toss.
And a natural 1.
So they are distracted for 1 minute.
You glance around as you see within some of these jars as you pass these different chemicals. There's organisms. Some of them look like they are very young, fetal even. that are just kind of arranged and labeled.
Any labels that we can read?
You do not recognize the language.
I've got my runic eyes.
One of them says primary zinc input failure. Another one says psychic influence at second stage, ruined brainstem, failed.
Yeah, they remember
They said
they
that there's
grew the.
bioengineering being done.
That's how the Hulks are created. That's
and how like the weave mind is probably still alive. And
What time should I set?
1 minute.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And he goes and starts like,
You haven't started it yet, though, have you?
I just started.
Oh, shit!
You told me 1 minute.
I said it for 1 minute, but don't start it yet. Jesus! We gotta get the fuck out of here! So they're all set, right?
the majority of them are, yes.
Okay.
5 of the 6 of them, yeah.
I'm gonna cast silence on the whole thing.
I'm sort of running back towards
You do?
directions.
We need the distraction.
you're supposed to be the distraction to kick everything off.
Cool.
You're both shooting past people, and guard soldiers are like, what the fuck is happening? And you're just darting and running and running and running and running and running. It's like a Sonic the Hedgehog moment as you're just like cruising through, putting everything, dragging him. And at that point, you hear this massive rumble in the ground, and then it just gets louder and louder and louder, like a freight train just kind of cruising up the way. You see this white light coming, and it says, I guess it's time.
What?
And takes you and holds you. And right as the flames erupt, you both need dimension doors you both to the surface.
Oh.
And you kind of like arrive on top. And he's like, we need to keep still running. You'll see why. You can hear the rumble going.
Is it getting faster and faster?
It's getting faster and faster, and you can hear the distant screams. Just people just like flashing out as the flames blast are catching up behind the tunnel. What are you doing?
You have a plan? Because I have one thing I can do, but I don't know.
Just fast, right?
I'm very fast.
Like,
Coming up.
All right.
Let's go faster.
I'm also going to activate the Shard of Kamort, because fuck it, we're at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah, you
super
are.
fucking fast, and I'm going to try and get into the rock. Like, I'm starting to, like, shark my way through the rock.
Okay, carrying FCG on the outside of the rock as you do.
Got anything?
Stone shape.
So to put this in
mentally,
context
yeah,
here, the blast is going to hit you. The strength of the roll is going to determine how much damage you both take.
20.
20, okay. That halves the damage. Let me go ahead and roll that.
Is it?
It's even more.
It's a nuclear explosion.
Yeah.
Those are some big bombs.
Some Moabs in that.
He's still
Why did
rolling.
you put 5 down?
Guys, we're about to find out why. I have a weird thing.
That is so
Hold
many.
on! I'm doing math.
Oh my god.
He's laughing.
Yeah?
This is more than the key was.
This is 158 force damage.
How?
Which is then, hold on,
You're fine.
79 damage.
Both of you take 79 points of force damage, and you are both, like, cannoned.
Oh boy.
Like, full on skip on the ground.
Oh, with the ball, the bird, the bird.
25 points of bludgeoning damage to
Oh
each of you.
shit.
I'm good.
No, you're not.
We're good.
2 points. Check it out at whizkids.io/.
So Orym comes running up, flowers blooming on this thing. He cuts it in the leg and it falls down to one knee. He goes back to slash it in the neck, but it falls down to the ground, and he course corrects and jams it into the back of its neck, slices away, and viscera spatters the glass next to me. And then I change my grip. I let go of the sword and grab it, and then go into this being's gut. Lift up, and drop it into the table.
Yes.
And you watch this large shape kind of like
Oh no.
onto the ground with a heavy sticks that then begins to like unfurl.
And you can't put that there.
Much bigger than I thought it was. That tube.
As you swing back with the second strike, describe to me how it shatters.
Wait,
temporary
I hit it. I hit it
Okay.
once. It makes amazing purchases. I slice down the second time. The amazing horror like makes it shiver, and I just like I shank it off of a rib, and it's like just echoes and shadows everywhere.
13 damage on the Blade Baron. How do you want to
Do it!
So I just land on his chest and go right into the chest, and he struggles against it. So I pull the sword out and bring it down against his neck, and then slash one way, and his head just goes to the side. And then I bring the sword back down and stick it lands right in the eye, planted into the ground.
With my bonus action, I'm gonna reach up with my werewolf claws. I'm gonna rip my ears off. And flames take their place. Like Crimson Rite.
That is my favorite Crimson Rite description I've ever heard. What the fuck?
3 swipes against the fucking.
Did Gona see that?
Gona's like,
Cool.
how do you want to do it?
Amazing. Fire-eared werewolf Chetney walks up and perfectly, he does one swipe up the sternum and then reaches in and grabs the rib cage and goes.
All those little legs.
It's. You both suddenly are surprised by a familiar voice.
It's us.
Big fucking hug.
Oh, God. You're okay. You're okay. You're
sort of
okay. You're okay.
survived.
Now, Fern, it's about this time that you notice that the red glow around her is brightening.
Uh-oh.
Simultaneously, you feel
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
this
Is it
red
like
glow
flare?
around you
Is it gonna be
brightening.
flare?
And through both of your minds, you hear this high-pitched scream. This blast of bright energy with like a pinkish tone. You see the top of a shell-shaped building explode and chunks of it
Rescue
fly
mission?
out and kind of stop and float in space. And immediately you see, just like a bullet of a gun, this singular kind of like lavender streak of power and energy. You glance up and what you Imogen is up in the sky and escaped this. What are you doing?
Oh shit, man.
You all squeeze through like you're making your way through a football field and just dodging past them. It's you dart through as people are rushing through and crossing past hallways. You eventually squeeze past and find the spiral staircase that leads you back up to where some of the upper levels were. You're now catching up and you see the streak of pink lavender energy up into the air, and you immediately know the source of the scream that you heard earlier.
It was her. It was Mom.
What are you doing?
Fell down
Tied a piece of furniture in the room.
and dropped.
You all drop down, getting the rope. You see that purple flame like flickering in the air. And in both of your heads, you just hear the phrase, "Did she know?" And we're gonna end there.
What do you mean? Did she know? Did she know?